Hi everyone and welcome to part 2 of PC Gamer Hub's video recording tutorial series. This segment will cover how to set up your software and begin recording actual gameplay footage. We'll be using OBS, which stands for Open Broadcaster Software, throughout the tutorial series, and I'll show you all the settings to get it running so you can start recording your own PC gameplay. So once you open OBS, you'll be taken to the screen where you can access all your settings and your sources. First, I'm going to take you through all the settings before we begin adding sources. So now click on the settings button in the opening menu and it'll bring up a pop-up box. The first options you should see are the general settings. The general settings don't have anything we should worry about, just a few language and application settings such as minimize to notification area. Encoding is the first section you want to look at. But before we begin changing any settings, I want to add a quick note about OBS. OBS was actually developed for streamers, so a lot of the settings have to do with bandwidth and things like that. But for this tutorial, we'll ignore them as they have no impact on our video recordings. The only thing you should change in the encoding section is the quality balance. Make sure it is set to 10. Now on to broadcaster settings. In this section of the settings, you want to switch the mode from live stream to file output only. In the file path, you can choose where to save your video. And that's it for the broadcaster settings. Now onto the video section. Here you can change some graphic settings such as your resolution and FPS. Make sure your primary video adapter is selected in the top drop down and use your native resolution. From here we're going to move on to audio. The audio section allows you to configure your sound for your video and adds your mic to your video as well. You can choose to use push to talk or have it automatically record your mic throughout the video. This is great for commentaries and voiceovers. Now onto the advanced settings. The advanced settings deal mostly with streaming settings. However, under the video options in advanced, you can change the X264 CPU preset if you experience major slowdowns during gameplay. Recording and encoding video in real time while playing a game is really intensive on your computer. Setting the preset to slow will decrease the CPU workload but may reduce the quality of your video. If you are still experiencing major slowdowns, you will need to invest into a capture card and a separate computer which you use to record videos. This is a common setup for serious streamers, and depending on how serious you are about recording your own gameplay footage, you should take a look into it as well. From here there's only one last settings option available, and that's the microphone noise gate. The microphone noise gate allows you to set the threshold levels for your microphone. When it passes a certain level, OBS will automatically start recording your microphone on the video. Great, now OBS is ready to start recording. All you have to do now is to add sources. A source is a thing you want to record. You can add a game capture or a monitor capture, which will tell OBS what to record. I'll cover both captures in the following steps, but we'll start with game capture first because it is easier. First, you should launch the game you want to record. Then from the starting menu, click on Global Sources and add a game capture. Name the game capture and then select the game from the drop-down menu in the following pop-up box. Go back to the starting menu, right-click in the box under Sources and add the global source you just created. Tick the box next to the source you want to record and then click on Preview Stream, and if everything is working correctly, your game should appear in the program. If you see an image of your game in the program, that means you are ready to record. Simply hit the Start Streaming button to start recording, and stop streaming to end the recording whenever you like. Now to add a monitor capture, go back to the Global Resources menu and add a monitor capture. If you have multiple monitors like I do, select the monitor you want to record from the drop-down menu at the top. Remember that you need to set the OBS resolution to your monitor resolution from the video settings that we covered before. And depending if you have different resolutions for your monitors, you may have to change them when you switch monitors. If you didn't set your resolution properly, part of your image may be cut off or your computer screen doesn't fill the screen size in OBS. This should get you started on recording your own PC gameplay. However, if you take a look at gameplay footage on YouTube, it's rare to see raw footage. Most people edit their footage and add effects and other things to make the video more interesting and engaging. And that's what we'll be covering in the later parts of this tutorial series. I hope you guys were able to learn something today, and stay tuned for more articles and tutorials on PC Gamer Hub.